The law of assumption, how to unlock the wealth already within you. Welcome to the Chosen Bloom. This is more than a channel, it's a sanctuary for the awakened. If you're here, you're not lost. You're being called. You didn't find this message by accident. This moment was meant to happen. It's the universe's way of showing you that you're ready for a big change in your money life. Deep down, your mind and heart have been getting ready for something greater, and that's why you were drawn here. It's not luck. It's the perfect timing of your spirit and the universe working together. What you're feeling right now isn't just motivation. It's something deeper. It's an invitation to step into who you really are, a person with unlimited potential. The law of assumption isn't just an idea. It's a real power that works based on what you believe deep inside. When you truly believe you are already wealthy, you don't have to fake it or hope it becomes real, because your energy matches that truth. Many people have changed their lives using this law. Why? Because the mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. If you keep seeing yourself as rich, your mind will accept that as your truth. What you're living right now is just the result of old beliefs. But today, you're being asked to build new ones that match your true worth. When you listen to this, you're doing more than just hearing words. You're training your brain to accept that wealth already belongs to you. You're breaking old habits and building a new path in your mind. The universe hasn't ignored your dreams. It's been getting everything ready behind the scenes for the moment when your outside world finally matches the wealthy version of you that already exists inside. How much your life changes depends on how deeply you commit to this process. This isn't just about listening once or feeling inspired for a moment. Real change comes when you choose to stay with it, when you keep showing up for yourself. If you're here, it's because your soul has been searching for something real, something that speaks to the deepest part of you. And now you found it. Every time you focus your mind and heart on this message, you're not just learning, you're sending a signal to the universe. You're saying, I'm ready to live as the person I was born to be. This is more than motivation. This is a personal agreement between you and your highest self. One where you promise to stay devoted even when things get uncomfortable. And here's the truth that will change everything. You're not becoming a millionaire someday, you already are one. You're not imagining it or pretending. You're finally seeing the truth that was always there. That version of you has existed all along. You just needed to remove the old beliefs that hid it from view. If this message stirred something ancient in you, if a quiet voice inside has always known there was more waiting for you, this is not a coincidence. This is the remembering, the realignment, the returning. Comment below. I'm not becoming, I'm returning to the truth of who I've always been. Let this be your signature in the spirit. Let the universe witness your agreement. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, so we can walk this path with you, step by step, until the truth within becomes the life you live. The profound shift occurs when you understand that manifestation is not about attracting what you lack, but about aligning with what you already possess in the realm of infinite potential. Your subconscious mind, operating as the faithful servant of your dominant assumptions, has been maintaining whatever reality you've consistently declared as true. When you've assumed the identity of someone working toward wealth, you've unknowingly instructed your subconscious to maintain the experience of perpetual striving. But the moment you assume the identity of someone who already possesses millionaire consciousness, you activate an entirely different set of internal programs ones that automatically align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the maintenance and expansion of wealth. This becomes the inevitable reality you embody because you've aligned with the fundamental truth of how consciousness shapes experience. To understand this transformation more deeply, you must recognize that universal intelligence operates beyond the constraining framework of sequential time and conditional thinking that human conditioning has imposed upon you. The universe doesn't require you to present a logical business plan or demonstrate worthiness through struggle. It responds exclusively to the vibrational signature of your inner state, the energetic frequency that emerges from your core assumptions about who you are and what you deserve. When you navigate life from the consciousness of becoming wealthy, you unknowingly broadcast a frequency of incompleteness, of someone who lacks what they desire. This energetic signature becomes a magnetic field that attracts circumstances matching that vibration, endless opportunities to continue striving, to remain in the perpetual state of almost but not quite there. The universe, in its perfect responsiveness, maintains this experience because it matches your dominant assumption that you are someone who works toward wealth rather than someone who already possesses it. The alchemical transformation occurs the moment you shift into the consciousness of completion, when you begin to move through existence with the unshakable knowing that your millionaire status is not a destination, but your current identity. This shift in assumption creates an entirely different vibrational field, one that resonates with the frequency of having already arrived at your desired reality. From this state of energetic completion, you naturally magnetize the opportunities, connections, and resources that correspond to someone who already embodies millionaire consciousness, because the universe can only deliver experiences that match your dominant vibrational signature. This recognition of your power represents the pivotal moment where you cease being a passive recipient of circumstances and become the conscious architect of your reality. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions begin to naturally align with the millionaire identity you've assumed, not through forced effort, but through the organic expression of your new self-concept. The universe responds to this alignment with mathematical precision, reshaping your external world to match the internal reality you've claimed as true. The fact that these words are reaching you in this moment is itself evidence of the vibrational shift already occurring within your consciousness. Your energy field has been unconsciously seeking this exact frequency, this precise combination of truth and timing, because your deeper self recognizes that you've reached the threshold where assumption can transform into experience. The universe has guided you to this transmission, not as coincidence, but as confirmation that your millionaire consciousness is already awakening, drawing to itself the knowledge and energy needed to fully manifest in your physical reality. This recognition marks the sacred moment of claiming your true identity, the moment when you cease to be a seeker of wealth and become the embodiment of it. The frequency of millionaire consciousness has been resonating within you all along, waiting for your conscious acknowledgement to bring it into full expression. When you declare, "I am a millionaire," it is done. You're not creating something new, you're recognizing something that already exists in the field of infinite potential and claiming it as your lived reality. Allow these words to penetrate beyond the surface of your thinking mind and into the depths of your being, where true transformation occurs. The sensation you feel as this truth settles into your consciousness is the recognition of your authentic self, the self that has never been separate from abundance, that has always been worthy of wealth, that has been patiently waiting for this moment of conscious reunion. This is not affirmation, this is remembrance. Your role in this cosmic dance is not to orchestrate the countless variables and circumstances that will bring your millionaire status into physical form. That complex orchestration belongs to the infinite intelligence that governs all manifestation. Your sacred responsibility is to maintain the internal state of someone who already possesses what you desire, to hold the frequency of completion rather than seeking. When you assume this identity with unwavering conviction, you create a vibrational template that the universe must match through the rearrangement of people, opportunities, and circumstances in your favor. The acceleration of this manifestation depends entirely on the depth and consistency of your immersion in this new identity. Each time you expose your consciousness to this truth, you're not just hearing words, you're allowing your neural pathways to reorganize around a new reality, dissolving the old patterns that have maintained financial limitation and installing new programs that naturally attract and maintain wealth. This process of conscious conditioning is how you shift from hoping for abundance to embodying it. The repetitive nature of this practice serves a profound purpose. It creates the sustained focus necessary for your subconscious mind to accept this new reality as fact rather than fantasy. Through consistent immersion, what initially feels like a stretch of imagination gradually becomes your natural state of being. The law of assumption operates through this principle of repetitive belief. The more consistently you assume your desired state, the more inevitably it manifests in your external experience. This is your invitation to trust not only in the process, but in the profound truth of who you already are. You are not becoming a millionaire through hope or strategy. You are recognizing that the millionaire identity has always been your authentic self, temporarily obscured by conditioned beliefs about limitation and scarcity. Let this recognition become the foundation from which you navigate each moment, the lens through which you interpret every experience, and the truth that transforms your entire relationship with wealth from seeking to being. Now comes the moment of complete embodiment, the sacred declaration that bridges the gap between recognition and full manifestation. When you declare, "I am a millionaire," it is done. You're not speaking to your future self or engaging in wishful thinking. You're acknowledging a truth that exists in the eternal now, a reality that transcends the illusion of time and circumstance. Feel the weight of this declaration as it settles into every cell of your being, recognizing that these words carry the power to restructure your entire experience of reality. As this truth integrates into your consciousness, you'll begin to notice the subtle but profound ways your external world begins to reflect your internal shift. The opportunities that appear in your life will no longer seem random. They'll reveal themselves as the natural consequences of your new vibrational frequency. The connections you make, the circumstances you encounter, and the synchronicities that unfold will all bear the signature of someone who has already claimed their millionaire identity. This is the manifestation of the law of assumption in its purest form, the principle that declares your internal state as the template for your external experience. The universe, operating as the perfect mirror of your consciousness, has no choice but to rearrange itself to match the reality you've assumed as true. What you embody internally becomes the magnetic force that draws corresponding experiences into your physical reality. The invitation before you now is to fully inhabit this millionaire consciousness, not as a future possibility, but as your present identity. Having recognized this truth, you must now live from it, allowing it to inform every thought, every decision, and every interaction. This is where assumption transitions from understanding to embodiment, where you cease to be someone who knows about millionaire consciousness and become someone who lives from it. The embodiment of millionaire consciousness requires more than intellectual acknowledgement. It demands a complete reformation of your inner landscape. You must begin to think from the consciousness of someone who has already achieved what you desire, to feel from the emotional state of someone who has already arrived, and to act from the confidence of someone who has never doubted their worthiness of wealth. This is not pretense or performance. It's the natural expression of your true identity finally being given permission to emerge. This embodiment is not about mimicking external behaviors or adopting superficial attitudes. It's about allowing your consciousness to settle into the unshakable knowing that abundance is not something you pursue, but something you are. When you truly embody millionaire consciousness, you don't question your success because questioning implies doubt, and doubt is incompatible with the certainty that characterizes authentic wealth consciousness. The millionaire mindset is fundamentally rooted in a deep sense of inner security and unshakable confidence that emerges not from external validation, but from the recognition of your inherent worthiness. Those who truly embody wealth consciousness don't engage in constant mental negotiations about their financial status because they operate from a place of knowing rather than hoping, from certainty rather than anxiety. This consciousness is characterized by an unwavering trust in the natural flow of abundance, the understanding that wealth is not something you must chase or convince to come to you, but something that flows toward you as naturally as water flows downhill. To maintain this state, you must release every vestige of doubt, fear, and scarcity thinking that has been programmed into your consciousness, recognizing these thoughts as vibrational static that interferes with your ability to receive what is already yours. The transformation requires a complete energetic shift from the frequency of lack to the frequency of abundance, from the vibration of hoping to the vibration of having. This shift is not accomplished through willpower or positive thinking alone. It requires the deep cellular knowing that your financial freedom is not a future possibility, but a present reality that is simply waiting for your full recognition and acceptance. Every thought you entertain, every decision you make, and every action you take must become an expression of this millionaire consciousness. When faced with choices, you must learn to think from the consciousness of someone who has already achieved what you desire, asking not what would I do if I were rich, but rather, what does the millionaire that I am do in this situation? This subtle shift in questioning moves you from hypothetical thinking to identity-based decision-making. The millionaire version of you doesn't hesitate or second-guess. They make bold, confident choices that align with their expansive vision because they understand that abundance is their natural state. They don't focus on limitations or obstacles, but instead see every situation as an opportunity for growth, expansion, and the demonstration of their wealth consciousness. This perspective becomes your new default mode of operating in the world. Your external reality is constantly reshaping itself to match these internal changes, but the speed and magnitude of this transformation depends entirely on your ability to maintain energetic alignment with your millionaire identity. The universe responds not to your words or actions alone, but to the vibrational frequency you emit through your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. Your emotional state serves as the most accurate barometer of your vibrational alignment with wealth consciousness. When you notice stress, anxiety, or worry about money arising in your experience, recognize these emotions as signals that you've temporarily disconnected from your millionaire identity. These feelings are not wrong or bad. They're simply incompatible with the consciousness of someone who knows they are financially free. Instead of fighting these emotions, use them as opportunities to realign with your truth. Cultivate the emotional states that naturally arise from wealth consciousness: gratitude for the abundance that surrounds you, joy in the recognition of your limitless potential, and excitement about the wealth that is continuously flowing into your experience. These emotions become the vibrational foundation that supports your millionaire manifestation. Gratitude, in particular, operates as a powerful amplifier of abundance because it signals to the universe that you recognize and appreciate what you already possess. When you express genuine gratitude for your current wealth, Regardless of its apparent size, you create a vibrational resonance that naturally attracts more abundance into your experience. The universe responds to gratitude by providing more reasons to be grateful. The daily practice of envisioning your millionaire lifestyle serves as a powerful tool for cementing this new identity into your consciousness. When you create vivid mental imagery of the financial freedom you now possess, the experiences you can enjoy, and the profound peace of mind that comes with knowing you are abundantly supported, you're not fantasizing about the future, you're rehearsing your present reality. The clarity and detail of this vision determines its power to transform your energetic frequency and command universal response. As you immerse yourself in these mental rehearsals, you create what quantum physicists call observer effect. Your focused attention on your millionaire reality begins to collapse the wave function of infinite possibilities into the specific experience you're observing. The more vividly you can see, feel, and experience yourself as a millionaire in your mind's eye, the more your energy signature aligns with that reality, causing the universe to rearrange circumstances, opportunities, and connections to match your inner vision. This embodiment of millionaire consciousness is not a destination you reach, but a daily practice you commit to, a continuous choosing of your true identity over the illusions of limitation that may still surface from old conditioning. Each day presents you with countless opportunities to choose thoughts, feelings, and actions that align with your millionaire identity, and each choice either strengthens or weakens the vibrational foundation of your wealth consciousness. The consistent reinforcement of this truth through repeated exposure becomes the accelerant for your transformation. Just as water eventually carves through stone, through persistent flow, the continuous saturation of your consciousness with millionaire identity dissolves the old patterns and installs new ones. This is not about convincing yourself of something false, it's about remembering something true that has been temporarily forgotten. With each repetition, each moment of conscious alignment, and each choice to embody your millionaire identity, you strengthen the neural pathways that support wealth consciousness while weakening those that maintain limitation. Your reality begins to transform not through effort or struggle, but through the natural consequence of sustained focus on your true nature. As you fully inhabit this millionaire consciousness, you inevitably encounter the next phase of your transformation, the recognition and release of the limiting beliefs that have been operating beneath the surface of your awareness. These beliefs represent the final obstacles between your current experience and the complete manifestation of your millionaire identity. The limiting beliefs that have constrained your financial experience are not random thoughts, but deeply embedded subconscious programs that have been running your life from the shadows. These beliefs often operate so subtly that they feel like truth rather than conditioning, whispering their limitations through thoughts like wealth is for others. Not me, I'm not deserving of financial success, or money is the root of all evil. These subconscious patterns function like invisible energetic chains, binding you to experiences that match their frequency. The moment has arrived to dissolve these mental constraints and reclaim the abundance that represents your natural birthright. These limiting beliefs are not innate truths about your capabilities or worth. They are learned programs that have been installed in your consciousness through years of conditioning, and what has been learned can be unlearned. What has been programmed can be reprogrammed. The origins of these restrictive beliefs can be traced to the earliest formations of your money consciousness, childhood experiences where financial stress created emotional imprints, societal messages that painted wealth as morally questionable, or cultural narratives that equated struggle with virtue. Perhaps your developing mind absorbed the energy of financial insecurity from a household where money was scarce, creating deep neural associations between survival and scarcity. Maybe you internalized societal conditioning that portrayed wealthy individuals as morally corrupt or spiritually bankrupt, leading your subconscious to create protective mechanisms that associated wealth with negative characteristics. Or perhaps your own financial challenges reinforce the belief that abundance is something you must battle for, a prize reserved for others who possess qualities you believe you lack. The liberation begins with recognizing these beliefs not as absolute truths, but as historical narratives that have outlived their usefulness. These are stories that your mind created to make sense of past experiences, protective mechanisms that once served a purpose but now limit your expansion into the millionaire consciousness that is your true nature. Understanding this distinction is the first step toward rewriting the fundamental story of your relationship with wealth. The process of releasing these limiting beliefs requires developing acute awareness of how they manifest in your moment-to-moment experience. When you contemplate wealth, abundance, or financial success, notice the subtle energetic shifts that occur within your body and mind. These responses, whether they manifest as physical tension, emotional discomfort, or mental resistance, are your subconscious beliefs announcing their presence. The thoughts that arise during these moments of contemplation are not random occurrences, but the surface expressions of deep subconscious programming. When your mind generates thoughts like, "I could never achieve that level of success," or "people like me don't become wealthy," recognize these as the voice of your limiting beliefs speaking. These thoughts are not statements about reality. They are echoes of old programming that has been running in the background of your consciousness. The transformative work begins when you bring these shadow beliefs into the light of conscious awareness, examining them with the clarity of your awakened millionaire consciousness. These beliefs have been operating as invisible architects of your financial experience, shaping every perception, decision, and opportunity through their limiting lens. Now comes the sacred task of dismantling these outdated programs and replacing them with the truth of your unlimited potential. The process of challenging these beliefs requires you to become a skilled investigator of your own consciousness. When you hear the familiar voice of limitation declaring, "I'll never be wealthy," or "success is for other people," pause and inquire with the authority of your true self, according to whom? Based on what absolute truth? These beliefs may feel substantial because they've been your companions for years, but under the light of conscious examination, they reveal themselves as nothing more than assumptions adopted from past conditioning. The fundamental truth that dissolves all limiting beliefs is this: the universe operates from a principle of infinite abundance, and there is no cosmic law that limits the wealth that can flow to you. The only barrier between you and unlimited prosperity is the belief that such barriers exist. When you recognize that your limitations are self-imposed through conditioning rather than divinely ordained, you reclaim the power to choose a different reality. The transformation deepens when you consciously replace these limiting beliefs with empowering truths that align with your millionaire identity. This replacement is not merely positive thinking, it's the installation of new software in the operating system of your consciousness. Nature indeed abhors a vacuum, and when you remove a limiting belief, you must immediately fill that space with a more expansive truth, or the old pattern will simply reinstall itself. Where once you entertained the thought, "I can't be a millionaire," you now declare with unwavering conviction, "I am a millionaire and abundance is my natural state." Where you previously accepted money is hard to come by, you now affirm, "Money flows to me easily and effortlessly because I am aligned with the natural flow of abundance." These are not mere words, but vibrational commands that restructure your consciousness at the deepest level. The power of these empowering beliefs lies not in their occasional recitation, but in their consistent saturation throughout your consciousness. Each repetition creates deeper neural pathways, each affirmation strengthens the new identity, and each moment of focus on these truths weakens the old patterns. Through this process of conscious repetition, what initially feels like new programming gradually becomes your natural state of being, and your external reality begins to reflect this internal transformation with mathematical precision. The transformation deepens exponentially when you engage your entire being in the experience of these new beliefs through vivid visualization. Rather than simply thinking about your millionaire identity, You must learn to inhabit it completely to feel the texture of a life where you are a natural magnet for wealth, where opportunities and financial success flow to you with the same ease that breath flows through your lungs. In these moments of visualization, you step into the consciousness of someone who has never known financial limitation, someone who moves through existence with the quiet confidence that comes from knowing abundance is their birthright. Feel the cellular excitement of this reality, the profound freedom that emerges when all financial concerns dissolve into irrelevance, and the deep peace that accompanies the knowing that you are perpetually supported by the universe's infinite resources. This visualization is not fantasy, but rehearsal. You are practicing the energetic state of your millionaire reality until it becomes more familiar than the old patterns of limitation. When combined with your affirmations, this multidimensional approach creates a powerful synergy that accelerates the integration of your new belief system into every layer of your consciousness. The profound truth that governs this entire process is that your beliefs function as the architectural blueprints for your reality. Every experience you have, every opportunity that appears or fails to appear, every financial circumstance you encounter is the direct result of the beliefs you hold about what is possible for you. This is not metaphor, it is the fundamental mechanism by which consciousness creates experience. When you maintain beliefs rooted in scarcity, fear, or limitation, you unconsciously instruct the universe to provide experiences that match these expectations. Conversely, when you align your beliefs with abundance, prosperity, and financial freedom, you command your reality to reorganize itself around these new parameters. This is the law of assumption in its purest application, the recognition that whatever you consistently assume to be true about yourself and your capabilities must manifest as your lived experience. The invitation before you is to assume, with absolute conviction, that wealth is not coming to you, it is already here, waiting only for your recognition and acceptance. This requires releasing the outdated narratives that have defined your relationship with money and embracing the truth that your millionaire status exists not in some distant future, but in the eternal now of your consciousness. The ongoing nature of this work cannot be understated. Releasing limiting beliefs is not a singular event, but a continuous practice of choosing your true identity over the echoes of past conditioning. Each day presents new opportunities to catch yourself in old patterns and consciously choose the millionaire consciousness that represents your authentic self. This journey of transformation is not a destination, but a sacred spiral of continuous awakening. Each moment of self-awareness becomes a bridge between who you were and who you are becoming. When those familiar whispers of limitation attempt to reclaim their territory in your mind, recognize them not as enemies, but as outdated programs seeking to protect you from an imagined danger that no longer exists. In these pivotal moments, you hold the key to your liberation gently, yet firmly, redirect your consciousness toward the immutable truth that abundance is not something you must earn, but something you inherently are. This practice of conscious realignment is like tending a garden of infinite potential. Each time you choose empowerment over limitation, you water the seeds of your millionaire consciousness. What begins as deliberate effort gradually transforms into natural flow as these new neural pathways deepen and strengthen. Your reality, like clay in the hands of a master sculptor, begins to reshape itself according to the vision you consistently hold within your mind. The external world has no choice but to mirror the internal transformation you've courageously undertaken. And so, chosen one, this moment marks your declaration of independence from every story that has kept you small. Feel the weight of inherited limitations dissolving as you breathe in the truth of your unlimited nature. The chains that once bound you were never made of steel, they were woven from beliefs you outgrew long ago. As you step fully into your millionaire identity, you're not becoming someone new. You're remembering who you've always been beneath the layers of conditioning and doubt. Let these words penetrate beyond the surface of your conscious mind, traveling deep into the fertile soil of your subconscious where true transformation takes root. Return to these truths again and again, allowing them to saturate every cell of your being until they become as natural as breathing. Watch in wonder as your external reality begins its inevitable dance of alignment, rearranging itself to match the powerful frequency you now embody. The abundance you've been seeking has been seeking you with equal intensity, like two magnets drawn together across the vast expanse of possibility. This cosmic reunion requires only your willingness to release the grip of beliefs that contradict your inherent worth. What appears as manifestation is simply the universe's way of delivering what was always yours by divine right. Your millionaire reality is not a future achievement, it is a present truth awaiting your recognition. To fully embody this truth and manifest your millionaire status, you must now venture beyond the realm of thought into the profound depths of energetic alignment. True wealth consciousness transcends mental affirmations and positive thinking. It requires you to become a living, breathing frequency match to the energy of abundance itself. Just as a master musician tunes their instrument to create perfect harmony, you must attune your entire being to the vibration of wealth. This energetic alignment reveals a fundamental truth. Everything in existence, from the smallest particle to the vast cosmos, is energy in motion. Money, despite its physical appearance, is simply energy taking form, a neutral force that flows toward those who vibrate at its frequency. Like a radio that must be precisely tuned to receive a specific station, your energetic signature must align with the wavelength of abundance to draw it effortlessly into your experience. The mastery of this alignment begins with understanding the sacred trinity of manifestation, your thoughts, feelings, and actions. These three forces work in perfect harmony, each carrying its own unique energetic signature that either magnetizes abundance or repels it. Your thoughts serve as the architect of your reality, creating the blueprint from which your entire experience is constructed. Every mental pattern you entertain sends out a specific vibrational frequency into the quantum field of infinite possibility. Consider the profound difference between thoughts that resonate with lack and those that harmonize with abundance. When you catch your mind whispering familiar refrains like "I don't have enough," "money is hard to come by," or "I can't afford that," you are unconsciously tuning your mental radio to the frequency of scarcity. These thoughts, though seemingly innocent, act like energetic commands to the universe, instructing it to deliver more experiences that match this limiting vibration. Each time you entertain these patterns, you reinforce the neural pathways of financial struggle, creating an invisible barrier that blocks the natural flow of abundance seeking to reach you. But observe what happens when you consciously shift this internal dialogue to empowering declarations such as "I have more than enough," "Money flows to me easily and effortlessly," or "I am wealthy." In these moments, you are not merely thinking positive thoughts, you are actively rewiring your energetic frequency to match the vibration of abundance itself. This seemingly simple shift initiates a cascade of transformation that ripples through every dimension of your experience, signaling to the universe that you are ready to receive the wealth that is your birthright. Yet thoughts alone, while powerful, are only the beginning of this energetic equation. Your feelings serve as the emotional fuel that either accelerates or sabotages your manifestation process. These emotions carry an intensity that can instantly transform your vibrational signature, making them perhaps the most crucial element in your alignment with wealth. When you contemplate money or financial abundance, notice the subtle or obvious emotional responses that arise within you. Are you met with anxiety, worry, or stress? These lower frequency emotions act like energetic anchors, keeping you tethered to the very scarcity you seek to escape. The beauty of this understanding is that you hold the power to consciously shift these emotional states. When you can transform your relationship with money from one of anxiety to one of gratitude, excitement, and joy, you perform nothing short of energetic alchemy. You literally transmute the base metal of scarcity consciousness into the gold of abundance awareness. Gratitude, in particular, stands as one of the most potent emotional frequencies available to humanity, a master key that unlocks the door to infinite prosperity. When you feel genuinely grateful for what you already possess, No matter how modest it may appear to external observers, you transmit a profound signal across the quantum field of possibility. This signal declares to the universe that you are not a being of lack desperately grasping for more, but a conscious creator who recognizes abundance as your natural state. Consider this fundamental truth. How can the cosmic intelligence that orchestrates all of existence bestow greater gifts upon someone who fails to acknowledge and appreciate the miracles already present in their life? Gratitude operates as a divine magnet, drawing to you experiences that match your appreciative frequency. This grateful awareness transforms your very perception of reality, revealing that wealth surrounds you in countless forms that scarcity consciousness renders invisible. When you begin to focus on the myriad ways abundance already flows through your existence, the nourishment that sustains your body, the shelter that protects you, the endless opportunities presenting themselves daily, you naturally shift into what mystics call the state of receiving. This is not passive waiting, but active recognition of the universe's constant generosity. From this elevated state of consciousness, you become a vibrational match to even greater abundance, and the universe responds by orchestrating increasingly magnificent expressions of prosperity in your life. Yet this energetic alignment extends far beyond the realms of thought and feeling into the tangible world of action. Your physical movements through reality must embody the same frequency of abundance that you cultivate mentally and emotionally. True wealth consciousness demands that your actions become living expressions of your millionaire identity, creating a seamless integration between your inner knowing and outer demonstration. This alignment is not about reckless spending or financial pretense, but about making conscious choices that flow from abundance rather than contract from fear, lack, or scarcity. Every decision becomes an opportunity to reinforce your wealth consciousness. When faced with choices about money, time, or energy, pause and ask this transformative question: what would the wealthy version of me do? This inquiry connects you instantly to the highest expression of your financial identity, guiding you toward actions that honor your abundant nature. Perhaps this means investing courageously in your education, prioritizing self-care as a non-negotiable foundation for success, or committing to personal development that expands your capacity to receive. It might manifest as taking bold, inspired action toward your financial goals with unshakable confidence, trusting that the universe conspires to support those who align with their highest vision of prosperity. This principle extends profoundly into how you steward the financial resources currently in your possession. Your relationship with your present money serves as a mirror, reflecting your readiness to receive greater abundance. Are you treating your current finances with reverence and conscious care, or are you avoiding them through fear-based patterns of neglect? The universe observes not the amount you possess, but the quality of attention and respect you bring to whatever sum flows through your hands. Each interaction with money becomes a sacred communication, sending clear signals about your capacity to handle greater wealth. When you honor your finances with gratitude and meticulous care, regardless of whether your bank account holds hundreds or thousands, you demonstrate to the cosmic intelligence that you are indeed prepared for exponential expansion. You become a trustworthy steward of abundance, someone who can be entrusted with greater resources because you have proven your worthiness through faithful management of what you already possess. Conversely, when you ignore your finances, spend unconsciously, or operate from scarcity-driven impulses, you transmit a vibrational message that you are not yet aligned with the responsibility that greater wealth requires. The transformative key lies in embodying the assumption that wealth is already your reality. This means making decisions from the consciousness of someone who has already achieved their financial destiny. It might require saying no to opportunities that drain your energy or resources, choosing instead to invest in ventures that align with your millionaire identity. It could mean taking bold, courageous steps that activate your nervous system with excitement and fear, actions that stretch you beyond your comfort zone because they resonate with the ambitious frequency of your wealthy self. When you begin to live from this assumption of inherent wealth, your actions naturally begin to reflect this unshakable belief. You stop making choices from desperation or lack, and instead move through the world with the confidence and grace of someone who knows abundance is their birthright. As your actions align with the energy of prosperity, the universe begins to mirror this alignment back to you in increasingly tangible ways. This is the law of assumption in its purest form. Whatever you assume to be true becomes the template from which reality constructs itself around you. As you embody this assumption of wealth and take consistent action from this elevated state, you create powerful ripple effects throughout the fabric of your existence. You become a living magnet for financial opportunities, prosperity, and abundance in all its forms. Your entire reality begins to reorganize itself to support your newfound consciousness, attracting circumstances, people, and resources that match your elevated frequency. The more precisely you align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the energy of wealth, the more seamlessly your external world transforms to reflect this internal mastery. This progressive alignment creates an unstoppable momentum of attraction, drawing wealth into your experience with increasing velocity and magnitude. Remember, chosen one, the universe operates as an infinite mirror, perpetually reflecting back to you the exact vibrational frequency you consistently emanate. When you achieve complete alignment with the frequency of wealth, when your thoughts, emotions, and actions become a unified expression of abundance consciousness, the manifestation of physical wealth becomes not a possibility, but an inevitable certainty. Time becomes your ally rather than your enemy, as each moment deepens your embodiment of this prosperous identity. Trust completely in this sacred process. Trust in the infinite intelligence that orchestrates the movement of galaxies and the perfect timing of seasons. Trust in yourself as a conscious co-creator with the divine, knowing that your wealth is not approaching from some distant future, but is already making its way to you through the invisible channels of universal law. In the energetic realm, the true foundation of all physical reality, you are already a millionaire. Your consciousness has claimed this truth. Your frequency has aligned with this reality, and now the universe is simply arranging the physical circumstances to match your internal state of being. The manifestation process is already complete in the quantum field of infinite possibility. Now comes the beautiful unfolding as this energetic reality translates itself into tangible form. Keep your frequency elevated, maintain your alignment with abundance, and witness as the universe delivers exactly what you have been consistently vibrating. Your wealth is not a hope or a dream, it is a done deal, currently materializing through the perfect orchestration of cosmic intelligence. Chapter 5: Trusting the Process. Yet perhaps the most profound challenge in this journey of wealth manifestation lies not in the techniques themselves, but in cultivating an unwavering trust in the process itself. The human mind, conditioned by centuries of survival programming, desperately seeks to control every variable, to know every step, to understand every mechanism. It demands answers to questions that arise from fear rather than faith. How exactly will the money arrive? Through what channels will abundance flow? What specific actions must I take to force this manifestation into being? But here lies a fundamental truth that separates those who achieve lasting wealth from those who struggle indefinitely. The how is not your responsibility. This intricate orchestration belongs to the universe, the same intelligence that coordinates the beating of your heart, the rotation of planets, and the precise timing of every season. Your role is magnificently simple, yet profoundly challenging: to hold unwaveringly to the belief that your wealth is already accomplished, and to trust that the cosmic intelligence will handle every detail of its delivery. This trust does not translate into passive inaction or spiritual bypassing of practical opportunities. Rather, it represents a sophisticated surrender to divine flow, a release of the ego's desperate need to control every outcome. When you truly trust the process, you liberate yourself from the grip of fear, doubt, and the impatience that inevitably arises when external reality hasn't yet caught up to your internal transformation. You learn to dance with uncertainty, knowing that apparent delays are simply the universe's way of arranging circumstances for your highest good. Trusting the process means embracing the profound understanding that everything you desire exists in a state of perpetual approach, continuously moving toward you through the invisible currents of universal law. When you allow this natural flow rather than fighting against it, you position yourself to receive divine guidance toward the perfect actions, not through forced effort or micromanagement, but through inspired alignment with the cosmic intelligence that orchestrates all manifestation. This guidance arrives as intuitive impulses, synchronistic encounters, and opportunities that seem to appear from nowhere, each one perfectly timed to advance your journey toward millionaire status. Yet perhaps the most insidious enemy of this divine flow is doubt, that subtle but devastating force that creates resistance in the very fabric of your manifestation. Even the smallest sliver of uncertainty about your ability to become a millionaire generates energetic static that interferes with the universe's ability to deliver your desires. This doubt creates a phenomenon of mixed signals. While your conscious mind declares its intent for wealth, your subconscious broadcasts uncertainty, creating a vibrational conflict that slows or even blocks the manifestation process entirely. When you harbor doubt, you essentially ask the universe to prove your worthiness while simultaneously questioning whether you deserve the proof. This internal contradiction creates a push-pull dynamic that exhausts your energy and delays your results. However, when you release this doubt and embrace complete trust in the inevitable fulfillment of your desires, you remove the resistance that has been impeding your progress. The universe, no longer receiving conflicting signals, can deliver your wealth with unprecedented speed and grace. Trust emerges as one of the most potent energetic forces available to conscious creators. When you trust wholeheartedly in the process, you transmit a powerful declaration to the universe that you believe unequivocally in its infinite capacity to provide for you. This trust demonstrates not only faith in universal intelligence, but also unshakable confidence in your own worthiness to receive abundance. The deeper your trust, the more freely abundance can flow into your experience, unimpeded by the barriers of doubt and resistance. This unwavering trust becomes a cornerstone of true millionaire consciousness, the foundation upon which both mindset and reality are built. Trust that the universe possesses infinite wisdom about the perfect pathway to your wealth, even when that path unfolds in ways your limited human perspective could never have imagined. Understand that the journey to millionaire status rarely follows a predictable straight line. Instead, it weaves through unexpected detours, introduces you to people who become crucial allies, and presents opportunities that seem to materialize from the quantum field of infinite possibility. These seemingly random occurrences are never truly random. They are intricate threads in the cosmic tapestry, being woven specifically for your highest good. Every step, regardless of how insignificant it may appear in the moment, serves as a precise calibration that brings you closer to your millionaire reality. The path may not unfold exactly as your mind envisioned, but rest assured, chosen one, the greater intelligence that governs all creation is orchestrating every detail with mathematical precision. Your wealth is not approaching through chance, but through the deliberate arrangement of universal forces responding to your aligned consciousness. Each moment you spend in worry or anxiety about timing creates energetic friction that slows this divine process. Conversely, each moment you spend in trust and faith accelerates the manifestation with exponential force. This is not mere philosophy, but energetic law. Your emotional state directly influences the speed and ease with which your desires materialize. When you release the exhausting need to control every outcome and instead embrace inspired action that flows naturally from your intuitive guidance, you become a collaborative partner with the universe rather than a resistant opponent. Take action when it feels genuinely inspired, when every cell in your body resonates with the rightness of the step before you. But release the obsession with perfect plans and flawless execution. Sometimes what your limited perspective interprets as delays or obstacles are actually divine redirections, course corrections that guide you toward pathways of even greater abundance than your original vision contained. The universe's intelligence surpasses your imagination, and its plans for your prosperity exceed your wildest dreams. By trusting this process completely, you open yourself to the limitless possibilities that exist beyond the boundaries of your current understanding. Trust encompasses the profound knowing that money is already flowing toward you through channels both visible and invisible, even when your bank account hasn't yet reflected this reality. This trust requires you to hold steadfast to the inner knowing that your millionaire status is not a hope, but an inevitability, a destiny already sealed in the quantum field of infinite potential. Every day, every interaction, every thought serves as a vibrational instruction that either draws you closer to or further from your desired reality. The universe operates as an infinite intelligence, orchestrating countless synchronicities and opportunities behind the scenes while you remain steady in your belief that your wealth is already accomplished. This understanding brings a profound relief that transforms your entire experience of the journey, freeing you from the anxiety of having to make everything happen through sheer force of will and allowing you to enjoy the magnificent unfolding of your millionaire destiny. You are not merely hoping for wealth or working toward abundance, you are co-creating with the universe itself, participating in a divine partnership that transcends the limitations of individual effort. Your role in this sacred collaboration is elegantly simple, yet profoundly powerful. Hold the vision with unwavering clarity, take inspired steps when guidance flows through you, and trust the process with complete surrender. Everything else unfolds through the infinite creativity of universal intelligence, often in ways that surprise and delight you while always serving your highest good. So, chosen one, release the exhausting burden of needing to figure everything out. Let go of the mental strain of trying to solve every puzzle and control every variable. Trust with every fiber of your being that your millionaire reality is already manifesting in the invisible realm, even when physical evidence hasn't yet appeared in your experience. Trust that the universe is orchestrating a magnificent symphony of circumstances, aligning the perfect people, opportunities, and resources to transform your vision into tangible reality. Most importantly, trust that it is already done. Your millionaire self exists not as a future possibility, but as a present reality in the quantum field of infinite potential. The path you walk right now is not leading you toward this identity. It is leading you to the recognition of what you already are. Keep your faith unshakable, your vision crystal clear, and your heart open to receive. Watch in amazement as your millionaire reality begins to materialize before your very eyes, confirming what you have always known deep within. You are closer than you think, and it is already done. As you move closer to fully embodying your millionaire reality, One of the most transformative tools available to conscious creators is the practice of acting as if a technique that transforms the law of assumption from philosophical concept into living, breathing reality. This principle transcends positive thinking or mental affirmations, diving deep into the realm of energetic embodiment where true transformation occurs. The concept appears simple on the surface. Act as if your millionaire status is already your lived reality, conducting your life as if you have already achieved the financial success that currently exists in your vision. Yet this practice extends far beyond mere performance or pretense. Acting as if represents a profound, energetic alignment with the version of yourself who already possesses the abundance you desire. When you embody this practice authentically, you transmit a powerful signal across the quantum field, a declaration to the universe that you are not a person waiting for wealth to arrive, but someone who has already claimed their millionaire identity. This shift in identity creates a fundamental change in your energetic signature, moving you from a state of wanting and seeking to a state of being and having. You are not becoming a millionaire. You are living as one right now. This subtle but profound distinction shifts your entire energetic frequency into the realm of receiving, which exponentially accelerates the manifestation process. The universe responds not to your desperate wishes or hopeful thoughts, but to the authentic energy you consistently embody. When you genuinely inhabit the energy of a millionaire, when every cell in your body resonates with abundance consciousness, the universe has no choice but to deliver experiences, opportunities, and circumstances that perfectly match this elevated frequency. The practice of acting as if begins with an intimate examination of your daily habits and routines, for these seemingly mundane patterns reveal the true nature of your identity. Consider deeply, how would the millionaire version of yourself navigate their daily existence? Would they awaken each morning with a sense of purpose and excitement, their heart racing with anticipation for the day's possibilities? Or would they begin their day weighed down by stress and worry about financial security? Would they make bold, confident decisions that align with their vision? Or would they consistently choose the safe path that keeps them trapped in mediocrity? Most importantly, would they invest courageously in themselves and their future evolution? Or would they hold back, paralyzed by fear of failure or unworthiness? Take a moment to step completely into the consciousness of your millionaire self. Close your eyes and feel what it would be like to possess all the financial freedom you've ever desired. How would this version of you carry themselves through the world? What choices would they make when faced with opportunities? The more authentically you can embody this energy, the more perfectly you align with your desired reality. Every decision you make, regardless of how insignificant it may seem, becomes an opportunity to reinforce your millionaire identity. Whether you're choosing to invest in a transformational opportunity or simply deciding to treat yourself with the kindness and care befitting someone of your elevated status, each choice should flow from this place of abundance consciousness. This is not about spending money you don't have, but about making decisions from the energy of someone who knows their worth and acts accordingly. The environment you create around yourself must also reflect and reinforce this millionaire mindset. Your surroundings become a constant mirror, either supporting your abundant identity or subtly undermining it through reminders of limitation and lack. Create a living environment that serves as a physical manifestation of the wealth you are calling forth. This might mean thoughtfully upgrading your wardrobe to reflect the quality and sophistication of your millionaire identity, or reorganizing your living space to embody the elegance and abundance that matches your elevated consciousness. Every object, every arrangement, every aesthetic choice becomes a declaration of your wealthy status, sending consistent signals to your subconscious mind that abundance is your natural state. Perhaps most importantly, transform the very language you use when discussing money and financial matters. Language is not merely communication, it is creation itself, shaping reality through the power of spoken intention. When you speak, let every word flow from the consciousness of someone who is already wealthy. Banish forever the poverty consciousness phrases that have kept you trapped. I can't afford that, or I'm broke. These statements are not facts, but energetic commands that instruct the universe to maintain your current limitations. Instead, replace these limiting declarations with empowering statements that align with your millionaire reality. I choose to invest in what aligns with my abundance, or I'm in the process of manifesting my wealth. Each word becomes a vibrational instruction, programming your subconscious mind and signaling to the universe the reality you are choosing to experience. Remember, chosen one, you are not pretending to be a millionaire or engaging in elaborate fantasy. You are energetically aligning yourself with the truth that you are already wealthy in the quantum field of infinite potential. The more authentically you embody this acting as if practice, the more rapidly this energetic truth materializes in your physical world. Let these principles penetrate every aspect of your being, allowing the energy of abundance to saturate your mind, body, and spirit. Trust completely that the universe is already working behind the scenes with mathematical precision, orchestrating the perfect circumstances to bring your millionaire reality into tangible manifestation. Your wealth is not approaching, it is already done. Now that you have claimed your millionaire status, embodied the consciousness of abundance, and aligned your actions with the energy of wealth, you arrive at perhaps the most crucial aspect of this entire journey: staying in alignment. The process of manifestation reveals itself not as a single moment of achievement, but as a continuous dance of consciousness, a perpetual choice to remain aligned with your desired reality, especially when external circumstances seem to challenge or contradict your internal knowing. This ongoing alignment requires a level of mastery that separates those who achieve lasting wealth from those who experience temporary glimpses of abundance only to return to their former limitation. True millionaire consciousness is not a destination you reach, but a frequency you maintain, regardless of what appears to be happening in your external world. This is precisely where countless individuals falter on their journey to wealth. They begin with tremendous enthusiasm and powerful intention, but when immediate results don't materialize according to their timeline, doubt begins to creep in like poison through their consciousness. Their alignment weakens, their vibration drops, and they unconsciously return to the very patterns that kept them trapped in limitation. But not you, chosen one. You are here because you possess the rare commitment and spiritual maturity to stay devoted to your millionaire journey, regardless of temporary appearances. Staying in alignment means maintaining the unwavering vibration of wealth, regardless of what circumstances present themselves in your external reality. When an unexpected bill arrives or an unforeseen expense emerges, you do not allow these temporary challenges to trigger panic or cause you to revert to old patterns of scarcity thinking. Instead, you remain centered in the unshakable knowing that you are abundant by nature and that money is always flowing toward you through infinite channels, even when you cannot yet perceive them. The foundation of sustained alignment rests upon consistency, the daily practice of feeding your mind with thoughts, feelings, and experiences of abundance. This is not a casual suggestion, but a non-negotiable requirement for maintaining your millionaire consciousness. Return to these transformative principles as often as necessary to remind yourself of your true identity. Allow these words to penetrate the deepest layers of your subconscious mind, saturating every neural pathway with the irrefutable truth of your wealth. The more consistently you engage in this mental and emotional conditioning, the stronger your alignment becomes, and the more rapidly your external reality shifts to match your elevated vibration. This is not positive thinking, but consciousness programming, the deliberate restructuring of your mental and emotional patterns to align with your millionaire identity. Equally essential to maintaining alignment is cultivating a continuous state of gratitude and trust. Gratitude emerges as one of the most powerful emotions for magnetizing abundance, creating an energetic frequency that naturally attracts more of what you appreciate. When you feel genuinely grateful for the wealth you already possess, regardless of its current magnitude, you signal to the universe that you are ready to receive even greater blessing. This gratitude opens energetic channels that allow abundance to flow more freely into your experience. Dedicate time each day to consciously reflecting on all the financial blessings that have already manifested in your life, no matter how modest they may appear to your current perspective. This practice trains your consciousness to recognize abundance in all its forms, expanding your capacity to receive and appreciate wealth as it continues to multiply in your reality. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it's a frequency. When you choose to give thanks, even before the blessing arrives, you raise your vibration into alignment with abundance itself. Gratitude tunes your spirit to the frequency of wealth, signaling to the universe that you're ready to receive. But gratitude alone isn't enough. Trust is its twin flame. Trust means surrendering the need to control how your blessings appear. It's believing that even in silence, the universe is speaking on your behalf. Because the truth is, the path to becoming a millionaire won't always feel glamorous. It may come through detours, delays, or disguised opportunities, but don't be fooled. Just because you can't see every step doesn't mean the process isn't working. Trust that divine timing is never late. What you asked for has already been set in motion. The universe has not forgotten you. It's preparing the exact moment where everything aligns in your favor. But alignment isn't passive. It requires your commitment. Stay focused on the vision, not the void. Keep your attention on the life you're building, not the limitations you've outgrown. Old patterns will try to lure you back. Doubt will whisper familiar lies. But chosen one, your power is in your consistency. Keep walking in faith, and your reality will bend to match the truth you refuse to let go of. Because here's the deeper truth: you're not becoming a millionaire. You already are. That version of you exists now, not in some distant future. The more you live from that identity, the more your outer world will rise to match it. Play this message again when you forget. Let it recalibrate your energy. Let it remind you the abundance you seek is already yours. The work now is not to chase it, but to align with it. And as we close this chapter, remember, this isn't just about money. This is about mastering your vibration, reclaiming your birthright, and walking in the fullness of who you truly are. This is about fully stepping into the truth of who you've always been. You are not chasing abundance, you are it. You are a chosen one, already vibrating on the frequency of wealth. The universe isn't deciding whether to bless you, it already is. The moment you pressed play on this video, a signal was sent. That wasn't coincidence, it was confirmation. You were drawn here because you're ready. Ready to embody the next level of abundance. Ready to live from the truth that your millionaire reality isn't coming, it's already arrived. So let this message soak into your spirit. Replay it. Let every word rewire the way you see yourself. The more you immerse yourself in this truth, the more your external world will have no choice but to respond. Because your energy is the blueprint. And when you stay committed, stay aligned, and trust what once seemed far away becomes inevitable. The universe is not waiting. It's delivering. Right now, it is already done. So ground this moment with action. Like this video to anchor the energy. Comment 7 below to send a clear signal that you are open and ready to receive. Play this video on loop, not because you're unsure, but because repetition reprograms reality. Let the message echo in your spirit until doubt has no place to hide. And if you're still watching this, then you already know you are not like the rest. You feel the power of what's being spoken. You understand the weight of this truth. Chosen one, your wealth isn't approaching. It's already here. Say it.
Feel it.
Live it. It.
It is done.